Morning, everyone. It's time for our Friday music. A lot of people getting back to me saying they really like the music lessons this week. It might be something I look at where we do a subject for wider curriculum through the week and like build up skills or knowledge from one subject each week. I also got quite a lot of views on that one music lesson. I think I got 27 or 30 or even more views on that, which is really good to see. Shows a lot of people engaging with it and wanting to do it. Just a quick recap. So this was Friday's lesson. What am I on about? Wednesday's lesson. Today's Friday. So we had a look at treble clef. It's on staves. It's on 5. And we looked at the 8 notes in an octave. So we started at middle C and went up to the next C. And how to read the music. And it simply goes line, space, line, space, line, space. Each note. Okay? And then we had a little go at, creating our own little notation. Can we read that? But we weren't looking at timing. We just made a melody. Just how to read the notes. Can you read the notes? So all these ones were simply one note, weren't they? So it was, I can't even see and stretch my piano at the same time. I can't do it. I can't reach and see that one. But they were just one beat each. Today, we're going to look at how you can write music, actually compose some music a little bit more accurately. So, we're going to be working with 4 beats in a bar. Now, that's the most common. It's called common time, and you can sometimes write it with a C and a C. But I've just lost my page now where I've got my writing ready. So, we're going to be working with 4 beats in a bar. Here we go. And I already had this bit ready as well. So, I've drawn that out again just to remind us so we can refer to it. So, I've got my treble clef here, and I've got my 4/4. So that's 4 beats in a bar. Okay, you can have 3 in a bar, which is treble time. You can have 6. It can get quite complex, especially classical music. There's a lot of variations. 4 is the simplest one, and the really common, and what most things are in. So we're going to have a look at that. On your home learning, sorry, the screen's a bit far away. I have put this. So we've got our 4 notes here. You're going to need to use some very, very simple maths. A crotchet or quarter note is 1 beat. Now hang on, that makes sense. If there are 4 beats and 1 is called a quarter note, well, that doesn't make sense, does it? Because that's 1 out of 4. So 1 out of the 4 beats is a quarter note or a crotchet. If we go over to here, a minim, which is not filled in, but still has the I don't actually know what that's called. Actually, tail. Don't know. Half note is 2 beats. That also makes sense, doesn't it? If there's 4 beats in one bar, and there's a note that shows there's 2 beats, there's a half. Half of 4 is 2. Dotted minim or dotted half note is 3. And then a semi-breve or a whole note is 4 beats. A whole note, the whole bar. Okay, so all 4. So keep that on the screen as we look down here. So each one of these is a bar. And music and reading music involves a very, very simple little bit of maths. You are allowed as many notes in here as long as the timing equals 4. So you're allowed 4 beats in there, 4 beats in there, and 4 beats in there. So, now, before I go any further, you can have quicker notes. You can have like half beats and things like that. We're not going to go into that today because we can get very complicated very fast. I just want to show you the basics. So, for today, the maximum you can have in a bar is 4 notes. The minimum you can have is 1. So you can have 4 crotchets or quarter notes, or you can have 1 whole note or semi-breve. And then if you look at the screen, you should be able to use some of your number bonds, very simple number bonds from reception year 1, to work out how many notes you can have. So you can have how many combinations. You can have 4 of those. You can have 1 of those and 1 of those to make 4. You can have 2 of those. You can have 1 of those and 2 of those. So you can mix it up a little bit. And each one sounds a little different. I'm just going to roll over to my piano here. So, a crotchet or quarter note, if I play C, would be... They're crotchets, that's one beat. If there was a C that was a minim, I'd count to 2. Each one was held down for 2. Maybe I'd do a middle C that's a dotted minim. So a dotted half note, 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. Maybe I do a middle C that is a semi-breve, a whole note, which is all 4 beats in that bar. And if you can hear me counting to myself, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now obviously that depends on the tempo. If my tempo was this, if you can hear that, then those crotchets are quite fast. If my tempo was, say, 60, which is relatively slow tempo, then the notes are going to be longer, aren't they? 1, 1, 1, which means the whole note, the semi-breve, is going to be really long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So tempo does affect this, okay? But we're going to go for like a standard kind of 100, 120 tempo. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Don't forget, you've got the... did I put the link to the keyboard on the sheet? Oh, yes, I did. Yes, if you scroll down. Yes. So if you scroll down, you can click on your virtual piano and you can try it out on there. So, if you have this on your screen and your notes, you can have a little go. There's no limit to how many bars you can write here. I'm just going to do 3, and I'm going to try and be a little bit... I can't remember if it was Mozart or Beethoven who used to write whole symphonies in his head. He just knew how they sounded. So I'm just gonna go for a little bit of it. So let's go for, if I do start on a G. So I'm going to have one there, and then I'm just going to see how it sounds at the end. And then I might do, I might start off at quite a nice pace. I might get 4 notes in this first bar. I might go back to G, then D. No idea how that's going to sound. Can't work it out. That bar is now finished. Okay? That bar is now finished. I've got 4 beats in that bar. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this bar, I might change it a little bit then. So, I might have a little bit of a longer note here. I might go for 3 beats, so I might go for a dotted minim. So I might go. I might go back to a C. I'm going to dot that. So that's going to be 3. I'm only allowed 1 beat in there now. So it's got to be a crotchet. I might go back to the G. So 3 and 1 is 4. That bar is done. And then I might go... What does that sound like so far? Can't see it from over here. What did I do? And what do I want next? Ooh. Oh, I like that. So, what did I just do? A, C, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, my piece of music now. I'm just going to take you over a minute. Put it kind of there, so I can see it. Oh, it's not going to work, is it? I'll hold it with my left hand. Oh dear, it's all going wrong. Oh dear. Right, so my piece of music that I've written. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Lovely. Nice. Now you might want to write a bit more than that. A good way to finish a song that's pleasing on the ear, a good cadence. There's a bit of vocabulary for you. A good cadence is to potentially finish on a whole note. So I could have made another bar and had an extra C in there and gone for a full note. That's all I want to do with you guys today, okay? You know, if you can today, write some music and make sure that the notes are 4 beats in a bar, and you've got a melody that sounds nice, then brilliant. You know, go crazy with it. You can have a whole page of music if you want to. Feel free to take a picture of it and send it me, and I'll see if I can play it. I'm going to regret that now, aren't I? I'm going to have 30 kids sending me a piece of music to try and play. So, and I'll see if it sounds right. So take a picture, send it to me. You know, not just take, send it over the weekend. I'll have a look next week, and I will see what it sounds like on my piano if you want. So, enjoy and have a lovely weekend.